Tezos.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Jovi, for taking the time this afternoon and this evening, because we've got a conversation to have about our NFT, and that's our non-fungible token that will be released on May 5th. You know me, I'm custom. You know, we work together on the music, and you did a lot of work on the lyrics, so I'm really happy to kind of sit down and just reminisce and recall all of the things that went into those two tracks. So, as you might remember, we did those tracks back in May 2018, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that this gives us an opportunity to kind of think about what was going on then. So back when Tezos was coming out, it really was just a white paper and a vision. And what we were doing, we were part of the community. We were also still part of the Tezos Commons and the Tezos community in a big way. So I like to kind of roll back the time and talk about why we're releasing our NFT and why it's so special. So what makes, I know we did two songs. We did one that was like Tezos Anthem. We did another one that was Tezos Decentralization.
Yeah.
And those two songs are going to be released on May 5th. So let's talk about Tezos. What was the first one? Tezos Anthem, wasn't it? Or was it Decentralization?
Yeah, so the names have been kind of screwy on us, but originally the first one was maybe like Tezos is coming or Tezos ain't dead. And the reason why though that first one was named that was exactly because of what was happening at the moment. So to kind of prop up the community and to bring up everybody's spirits, because the community was going through a lot with the Johan Giever situation and the foundation and launch, and there was all this other bullshit going on, and then we had all the other, cryptocurrency maxis, really trying to kick us down and stuff like that. We thought that it was a good idea, since I was already making videos and I was a major part, kind of a voice of the community. You can call me an evangelist, if you will, to, take my rap skills, put it to a song, and uplift the community. And that was very early on. Now that first song was either something like Tezos, ain't dead, or Tezos is coming. Right now we're going to call it the Tezos Anthem. So that's number one. And then the second song would be Tezos Decentralization. And it was upon release. It was upon release of the protocol, which would happen somewhere in June of 2018. So, and again, both songs are inspired and motivated by everything that Tezos talks about, and it's a white paper. And then also, some of the things that were happening in the moment at the time of each song. So coupled with, the idea behind Tezos, and then what was going on in the community is what those songs are derived for, what inspired and motivated them.
Yeah, that's a good point, is that this really has not only just music, it's lyrics specifically to Tezos' development and their technology and some of the politics that you've touched on. And so this is really something for Tezos holders to be proud of. And if you were a part of of this story, it's a big deal. Like just to remember and reminisce how we got here today. And, that's just something to kind of to touch on. So in that sense,
yeah, they're great. They're both great songs, and I encourage everybody to listen to the lyrics and think about Tezos from start to finish, or at least from ICO to launch. You know what I mean? And afterwards, and then you can really appreciate those songs if you do that.
So tell me something about Tezos Anthem, the first one. Like, can you pull a lyric out of there that really vibes with you and why you wrote it?
Yeah, sure. It goes something like, I like Ethereum, but they ain't no Elon. Tezos got a chain that's gonna last right through the eons. Self-amended cryptographic ledger on you peons. Custom through the beat on. Told me Jovi bring the heat on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, those are definitely some. So I mean, not only does it rhyme, it talks about how you started with Bitcoin and Ethereum that kind of drove our infatuation with blockchains, and then what Tezos is bringing to the table as a third generation technology.
Let's listen to it again, right? So I like Ethereum, but they ain't no Elon. Tezos got a chain that's gonna last right through the eons. So if you think about the Tezos position paper or the white paper, one of the two, right? from a very, I don't want to say egotistical here, but it's the last blockchain, and there's a reason why that says that, and that lyric, that bar, that metaphor points to that idea of Tezos being the last blockchain. You know what I mean? Because what Tezos was able to do is watch Ethereum and Bitcoin go first. Bitcoin is one thing, Ethereum is another. Ethereum tried to enhance what Bitcoin could not. And then forward thinking, Arthur Brightman and Kathleen and the rest of the Tezos team that came up with the idea behind Tezos also realized that Ethereum would not be able to facilitate some of the long-term features that you're going to need for a public decentralized protocol. And so that's where governance, liquid proof of stake, and smart contract security comes in with Mickelson. And so, when I say I like Ethereum, but they ain't no Elon, Tezos got a chain that's going to last right through the eons. That means that Tezos is built to last.
Yeah, and that's a good segue into the second song, Tezos Decentralization, because you touched on some lyrics about how Tezos is such a third generation evolutionary type of blockchain, in the sense that it's got governance. And what does that mean when you were writing about governance?
Yeah. So like in Tezos Decentralization, which will be the second track, I think there's a lyric that goes something like, God, I'd have to listen to it. I don't want to ramble here.
You had basically brought up the fact that there is a governance mechanism that's important to the success of Tezos, that because they can self-amend, they can take protocol level, all the bakers can do things to vote, and everybody.
Yeah, because without the governance, it can split a community, turning the shit into multiple.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah, it gave us the governance to get rid of the stubbornness that'll split a community, turning the shit into multiple governments. That's so sick.
Yeah, man,
say it's not.
It's such a organic thing that we weren't just writing the white paper and lyrics. We were really feeling that, and the two songs are different. One has that I think we kind of say that one has a little more pop trap feel, the other one has a little bit more of a rock 6/8 feel, and so both songs.
Right. Which I like. I love that. I love the versatility there.
Yeah, that's a big part of having not the same thing. That's for sure. So now that we have these two options, and the community has heard both songs, and the NFT platforms that Tezos has built allows us to now drop these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens that will represent these songs, and I think it creates a special piece of history that now Tezos and Tezos followers, Tezos community, Tezos ICO holders can truly be a part of. And it's one thing to listen to the song, but it's another thing to actually have a piece of that. And I think that's special.
Let's be honest too. I agree. And let's be honest, right, dude? Who doesn't like music, right? Music is a part of the human story on so many different levels. Why not, right? Why not admire and really truly value a musical, some musical lyrics, or a track or something that's music based that exemplifies this modern monetary digital currency. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea to, or it's a really good opportunity to take, something that's really old, which is music, right? And again, blend it into that burrito taco day, baby, with something that is very, very new, which is called blockchain technology. And the use case here is, decentralized finance and currency. And, that's what we did, and we did that very, very early on as Tezos OGs. We were deep into this, and we really, had a lot of passion and dedication to Tezos. And so therefore we come up with these tracks, and then boom.
And to amplify that, this really provides a golden ticket moment. This provides our Tezos holders a golden ticket opportunity to be a part of history, because it's like they can go listen to the song, but this is truly a way where NFTs provide something that you can't ever get in other types of purchasing or acquisition of art. This is something that is truly rare, and I think this is something that is worth for NFT collectors to be a part of, especially Tezos collectors, because it's not, I mean, we're going to do, we got videos, we got promotions, but this is a focus on the music, the lyrics, and the history of Tezos. And I think it's important that Tezos holders get the opportunity to really be a part of what we were doing. And this I think NFTs is really why it's so special. Like it's something that gives the independent artists an avenue to sell their music without, say, the record labels taking a big cut, because I don't know what record label would really pick this up. I don't really care, because we have NFT platforms that will allow us to do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We have our NFT platforms that allow us to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, if we were making these songs to go on tour with them, then we would have thought about, you know, record labels and touring way back when. These songs were specifically made, whether they blew up or not, for the Tezos community and the people who had their dedication and their finances in a lot of way, you know, invested in Tezos. It's simply for them. It was never meant to be something bigger than that or more than that. And so that's where these songs actually get their NFT value, kind of. It's from nostalgia, it's from being an OG, and it's from being balls deep in Tezos. That's what this was all about. These songs were never about, hey, you know, so-and-so label, check this out. You want to sign me? I talk about cryptocurrency, because now everybody's jumping on cryptocurrency, right? Snoop Dogg's got a coin, you know, Akon's got a coin. Before, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle died, he was doing a lot of stuff with cryptocurrencies, Mayweather, everybody, right? So it was never about that. These songs were always for and by the Tezos community.
And that's a good distinction. Like, there's not a lot of hyper-influenced NFTs or music tracks being put out. Like, you don't see Snoop Dogg or Tupac or Steve Aoki or Disclosure not writing about blockchains. And a lot of music or tracks that write about blockchains don't get the time of day. But what we're doing now is truly a rectification of the Tezos historical presence that it had. You were talking about the politics, you were talking about the governance, talking about the technology, and I tell you what, man, it's just so exciting to release this on May 5th, because Tezos Tacos is it's just a synonymous thing. And we hope that it gives everybody an opportunity to really get a chance at holding a piece of history here. And this is also our ability to release it and have, you know, sure enough, if they buy it, it invests in our ability to do it again and produce more music in the future. And we can't be more thankful than that. So we're just really happy to have the opportunity, and we thank Tezos for having the technology to have an NFT platform like this, and it's just like a match made in heaven for us. So we're just super excited.
Yeah, and you know, everything I've done with you and we do around, whether it's these NFTs or these songs, are really on the fly. There's not much that's too planned out. There's really no end goal here. But I tell you what, man, if these NFTs are appreciated by the community and they do some financial things for us, then why not continue to make them? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, if the Tezos community, you know, values musical overtures of itself, then it will value that, and it will show us that, you know, possibly here, you know, with this NFT. You know, we made these songs with nobody asked us to do it. We never got paid for it. And again, so we're just throwing this out there to see what happens. And I believe that there's going to be a lot of people that find this NFT valuable because of the very nature of what it means and where it came from. And secondly, they might appreciate this kind of Tezos themed music. You know what I mean? So therefore, if people are being incentivized to do that type of stuff, you got more Tezos music coming, let me tell ya.
Whether the community wants us to make another one or not, this is going to be on the blockchain. This is going to be on Tezos' blockchain first and foremost, which gives it the legacy that we want on the block forever.
Freaking right!
They're going to see us have a contract hash code on the Tezos blockchain for these two songs. The first one's called Tezos Anthem, and the second one called Tezos Decentralization, released on May 5th. I'm really excited.
And since it's May 5th and we're talking about Cinco de Mayo, I must say this in Spanish, right? Dos canciones de los Tezos en la Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Viva la Tezo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or let me say it this way.
Hey, man, I think.
Viva la Tezos. Well, that didn't sound very French, but whatever.
Oh, man, you got the bilingual tongue, my friend.
Gracias. Yo aprendí mi español en los calles. What do you do? Well,
hey, you really got him.
Ay, cabrón. Sí, güey. Me tengas un acento también. El 5 de mayo, el release para de los canciones de Tezos. El 5 de mayo. El día de los tacos.
Somebody called Pitbull 305. He got competition now.
Ay, cabrón. Stop it.
My brother, this has been a great recap, and it just gets me more excited and more fired up about what is to come with May 5th. Just putting our song out there. So I appreciate the time.
For sure. When's the release date again?
May 5th. May 5th, 05, May 2021. Put that military format.
Oh, mi tacos. Oh, my tacos. Oh, mi tacos.
Extra quesos, my friend. Queso.
Hey, Custom, man, I love you, bro.
Tezos.